Namaskar, good evening. You are watching Rajya Sabha television. I'm Smriti Rastogi with News Tonight. Let's begin the bulletin with the top headlines. Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan's denial on Pulwama attack not surprising, says Foreign Ministry. Asserts Islamabad has been given ample proof against Jaish-e-Mohammed and its chief Maulana Masood Azhar. Leave arms or face consequences is the message for terrorists in Valley. Army, CRPF and police address joint press conference. Identify Jaish-e-Mohammed, Pakistani Army and ISI as joint perpetrators of the Pulwama attack. BJP and AIADMK seal seat-sharing agreement for all 39 seats in Tamil Nadu. BJP to contest 5 seats in the state. Alliance partner PMK gets 7 seats. Need to recognize people who use caste for selfish political ends, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Varanasi. Inaugurates 2 cancer hospitals. Dedicates to the nation development projects worth over 350 crore rupees. Green flags first diesel to electricity locomotive engine. And India gets its single emergency helpline number 112. Pan-India service will ensure immediate assistance from various departments including police, fire, health and women's safety officials. Investigation tracking system for sexual offences and safe city implementation monitoring portal launched for women. Our top focus tonight in a sharp resort to Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan's claims that his country was nowhere linked to the Pulwama terror attack. India has said that it is not surprised that Islamabad refused to acknowledge the attack as an act of terrorism. In a point-by-point rebuttal, the Ministry of External Affairs said, disclaiming any link between the terrorist attack and Pakistan is an oft-repeated excuse by the neighbor. It said that it is a well-known fact that Jaish-e-Mohammed and its leader Masood Azhar are based in Pakistan. These should be sufficient proof for Pakistan to take action. MEA spokesperson Ravish Kumar also described Imran Khan's offer to investigate the matter if India provides proof as a lame excuse. He cited lack of action by Pakistan in the 26/11 Mumbai terror attack and Pathankot attack, despite being provided ample proof.
We have seen the statement made by Pakistani Prime Minister. We are not surprised that the Prime Minister of Pakistan refuses to acknowledge the attack on our security forces in Pulwama as an act of terrorism. Prime Minister of Pakistan has neither chosen to condemn this heinous act nor condoled with the bereaved families. Disclaiming any link between the terrorist attack and Pakistan is an oft-repeated excuse by Pakistan. The Pakistani Prime Minister has ignored claims made by the Jaish-e-Mohammed as well as by the terrorist who perpetrated this heinous crime. It is a well-known fact that Jaish-e-Mohammed and its leader Masood Azhar are based in Pakistan. This should be sufficient proof for Pakistan to take action. The Prime Minister of Pakistan has offered to investigate the matter if India provides proof. This is a lame excuse. In the horrific attack in Mumbai on 26/11, proof was provided to Pakistan. Despite this, the case has not progressed for the last more than 10 years. Likewise, on the terror attack on Pathankot Air Base, there has been no progress. Promises of guaranteed action ring hollow given the track record of Pakistan. The Prime Minister of Pakistan has referred to Naya Pakistan with a new thinking. In this Naya Pakistan, ministers of the current government publicly share platforms with terrorists like Hafiz Saeed, who have been proscribed by the United Nations. Pakistan's Prime Minister has called for dialogue and expressed his readiness to talk about terrorism. India has repeatedly stated that it is ready to engage in a comprehensive bilateral dialogue in an atmosphere free from terror and violence. Pakistan claims to be the greatest victim of terrorism. This is far from the truth. The international community is well acquainted with the reality that Pakistan is the nerve center of terrorism. It is regrettable that the Pakistani Prime Minister has insinuated that India's response to the terrorist attack is determined by the forthcoming general election. India rejects this false allegation. India's democracy is a model for the world, which Pakistan would never understand. We demand Pakistan to stop misleading the international community and to take credible and visible action against the perpetrators of Pulwama terrorist attack and other terrorists and terror groups operating from areas under their control.
And Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has denied any involvement in the Pulwama attack. He said he will take action if India provides him actionable evidence of Pakistan's involvement in the suicide attack.
किसी किस्म की आप तहकीकात करवाना चाहते हैं इस इंसिडेंट में कि कोई पाकिस्तानी इसमें मुलव्वस था, हम तैयार हैं। अगर आपके पास कोई एक्शनेबल इंटेलिजेंस है कि पाकिस्तानी इन्वॉल्व है, वो हमें दे, मैं आपको गारंटी करता हूं कि हम एक्शन लेंगे। और एक्शन इसलिए नहीं लेंगे कि हमें किसी के प्रेशर है। मैं आपको ये कहता हूं कि हम दहशतगर्दी की भी बात करने के लिए तैयार हैं। दहशतगर्दी एक सारे खित्ते का इशू है और हम बिल्कुल तैयार हैं क्योंकि हम चाहते हैं कि इस खित्ते में दहशतगर्दी खत्म हो।
And mastermind of the suicide bombing that killed 40 CRPF jawans in Pulwama last week was eliminated within 100 hours of the terror attack. This was informed in a joint press conference by the Indian Army, CRPF and Jammu and Kashmir Police in Srinagar on Tuesday. 3 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists, including the Chief Operations Commander in Kashmir, Kamran, alias Abdul Rashid Ghazi, were killed in the 16-hour encounter in Pulwama district on Monday. An army major and 5 others were also killed in the encounter. I beg your pardon, they were also martyred in the encounter. Lieutenant General KJS Dhillon of the Indian Army said the attack was carried out by Jaish-e-Mohammed, which is controlled by Pakistan with the support of the ISI and the Pakistan Army. Sending a strong message, Dhillon said that anyone who picks up the gun in the valley will be eliminated. He also requested mothers of Kashmiri militants to persuade their sons to surrender. Inspector General S.P. Pani informed that the investigation is at a very advanced stage and further details will be revealed in due course of time. Zulfikar Hassan, ID Operations of the CRPF, said that a helpline has been set up helping Kashmiris across the country in the wake of the Pulwama attack.
Ever since 14th of February convoy attack on CRP, we were tracking the top JEM leadership in Kashmir Valley. As you are aware, that convoy attack was carried out by Jaish-e-Mohammed of Pakistan and it was being controlled from Pakistan with active support of ISI and the Pakistan Army. The local commanders, most of them Pakistanis, who were in charge of controlling, coordinating, fabricating and execution of this operation, were the main people of the JEM top leadership in the valley. Since this leadership of the JEM was on a track, ever since this incident happened, and day before night, at midnight, on specific information, we hit this module. And I'm happy to inform the country that in less than 100 hours, we eliminated the JEM leadership in the valley which was being handled by JEM from Pakistan. Through you, I would request all the mothers of Kashmir to please request their sons who have joined terrorism to surrender and get back to the mainstream. Anyone who has picked up gun in Kashmir will be eliminated unless he surrenders.
Investigational details of the case will be shared with you as the investigation progresses, and the other findings like the details regarding the recovery and other details we'll also share with the media as and when the investigation progresses.
I would like to highlight one phone number, that is 14411 of the Madadgar. Our helpline has been helping Kashmiris all over the country in the wake of this attack, and I'm happy to inform that a lot of Kashmiri students have approached this helpline for help all over the country. Everything is under control, and all Kashmiri children studying outside have been taken care of by the security forces all over the country. But still, if there are any issues, I would appeal to them to approach this number for any help they require. Thank you.
And Major Vibhuti Shankar Dhondiyal was cremated with full state honours on Tuesday. Major Dhondiyal was one of the 4 army men killed in an encounter with the Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists after the Pulwama attack. Chief Minister Trivendra Singh Rawat expressed grief and said that the entire nation stands with the martyr's family. The last rites took place on the banks of River Ganga in Haridwar, where a huge crowd turned up to pay homage. State Urban Development Minister Madan Kaushik, Mussoorie MLA Ganesh Joshi, Pradesh Congress in charge Anurag Singh, and Congress MLA from Dharchula, Harish Dhami, were among those who attended the last honours of the martyr. Last rites of CRPF Jawan Hari Singh, martyred in the Pulwama attack, were held at his native village of Rajgarh in Rewari in Haryana with full state honours. People turned up in large numbers to pay respects to him. And some more news. Pakistan on Tuesday responded to India at the International Court of Justice in the case of Kulbhushan Jadhav. It claimed that Jadhav was a serving Indian Navy officer and spy who entered Pakistan on an authentic Indian passport carrying a Muslim name when arrested in March 2016. Making submissions on Pakistan's behalf, Counsel Khawar Qureshi asked the ICJ to declare India's application inadmissible. The 4-day hearing in the Kulbhushan Jadhav case opened on Monday at the ICJ headquarters in The Hague. India made the first round of arguments urging the top UN court to annul Kulbhushan Jadhav's death sentence by a Pakistani military court and order his immediate release. Indian counsel Harish Salve said that Pakistan was using the Kulbhushan Jadhav case as a propaganda. Both India and Pakistan will make further oral arguments on February 20th and 21st, respectively. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that caste discrimination impedes social harmony, paying tribute to the poet saint Sant Ravidas at his birthplace in Varanasi. Prime Minister Modi urged people to identify those who promote it for self-interest. On his visit to his Lok Sabha constituency, Varanasi, Prime Minister inaugurated and laid foundation stones for various developmental projects.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched development projects of over 3,000 crore rupees in his Lok Sabha constituency, Varanasi. He also flagged India's first electric locomotive converted from a diesel engine at the Diesel Locomotive Works facility in Varanasi. Addressing a public meeting, the Prime Minister said a large number of electricity, rail and road projects have been completed and several more are underway.
एक ऐसे इंजन को हरी झंडी दिखाने का अवसर मुझे मिला है जो पहले डीजल से चलता था। अब वही इंजन बिजली से चला करेगा। यही नहीं, नए इंजन की ताकत भी 2 पुराने डीजल इंजनों की ताकत से भी ज्यादा होगी, मतलब डबल हो जाएगी। और ये काम डीएलडब्ल्यू में पहली बार हुआ है और भारत ही नहीं, पूरी दुनिया में भी ऐसा प्रयोग पहले कभी नहीं हुआ है।
gained a lot of followers during
The Prime Minister also visited the birthplace of Sant Ravidas on his birth anniversary and laid the foundation stone of the Ravidas Janmsthali Area Development Project. Paying homage to the mystic poet of the 15th and 16th century, Prime Minister Modi urged people to end caste discrimination. He said the government was working on the principles of Sant Ravidas for the upliftment of people.
पहले चरण में लगभग 50 करोड़ रुपए की लागत से विस्तारीकरण और सुंदरीकरण की योजना बनाई गई। इसके तहत यहां के लिए जो बीएचयू से सड़क आती है उसको सजाया संवारा जाएगा। 12 किलोमीटर का एक और रास्ता बनेगा। गुरु रविदास जी की कांस्य की प्रतिमा बनेगी। एक पार्क का निर्माण होगा, कम्युनिटी हॉल बनेगा और दूसरी जन सुविधाओं का निर्माण भी होगा।
Madan Mohan Malviya Cancer Care Center, the BHU.
Prime Minister Modi also inaugurated the Madan Mohan Malviya Cancer Center of the Banaras Hindu University. The hospital provides affordable cancer care to patients in Uttar Pradesh and neighboring Jharkhand, Bihar, Uttarakhand and even Nepal. He also opened the Homi Bhabha Cancer Hospital at Lehatara.
भारत के लोगों के लिए रामबाण साबित होंगे। पेयजल संपूर्ति योजना के अंतर्गत 408 करोड़ की लागत से ट्रांस वरुणा व सिस वरुणा क्षेत्र में 21 लाख लोगों के घरों तक गंगा जल पहुंचाया जा रहा है। इसके साथ ही
Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And getting you the political updates, the BJP has sealed an alliance with the AIADMK in Tamil Nadu for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. As per the deal, the BJP would contest on 5 of the 39 seats in the state. Making the announcement, Union Minister and BJP election in charge for Tamil Nadu, Piyush Goyal, expressed confidence that the alliance would win all seats as a mark of respect to late J. Jayalalitha. He said the alliance would also win the lone constituency in neighbouring union territory of Puducherry. Piyush Goyal also said that the BJP would extend its full support to the AIADMK in the by-polls to the 21 Assembly constituency. As a part of the agreement, the alliance was firmed up just hours after AIADMK clinched a deal with the PMK, allotting 7 seats to it. In the 2014 Parliament elections, AIADMK, under the leadership of then J. Jayalalitha, had won 37 out of 39 seats in Tamil Nadu, contesting alone.
The AIADMK and the Bharatiya Janata Party have concluded very fruitful discussions, and we have agreed to contest the parliament elections both in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, and the by-elections to 21 assembly seats.
And with that, time for a very quick break. More news and updates on the other side. Stay with us.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
Welcome back. The Union Cabinet has given its nod to issue the Triple Talaq Ordinance, which makes the practice of instant triple talaq by Muslim men a penal offence. Once signed by President Ramnath Kovind, the Triple Talaq Ordinance will come into force for the third time in less than 1 year. Triple Talaq Bill seeks to make the practice of talaq-e-biddat void. is, however, pending in Rajya Sabha. The bill will lapse on 3rd of June with the dissolution of the present Lok Sabha.
4 ऐसे कानून थे जो 3 ऑर्डिनेंस के माध्यम से और एक बिल के माध्यम से जो पार्लियामेंट में इंट्रोड्यूस हुए थे। ये सब लोकसभा में पारित हो गए थे। कुछ इसमें ऐसे थे जो विपक्ष से जब बात होती थी कि कुछ उसमें अग्रीड आइटम्स भी थे, लेकिन राज्यसभा की डिस्टर्बेंस की वजह से वो पारित नहीं हो पाए और इसलिए वो चारों के संबंध में आज केंद्रीय मंत्रिपरिषद ने राष्ट्रपति जी को सिफारिश करने का निर्णय किया कि इसके संबंध में अध्यादेश तुरंत जारी किया जाए। ये है एक मुस्लिम विमेन के संबंध में जिसको पॉपुलरली ट्रिपल तलाक बिल कहते हैं। दूसरा, इंडियन मेडिकल काउंसिल में जो इंटरिम बॉडी उसके मैनेजमेंट के लिए कॉन्स्टिट्यूट की गई थी जिसमें कोई विवाद नहीं था।
The cabinet also increased the DNS allowance by 3% effective from 1st January 2019. The move benefits 1.1 crore central government employees and pensioners. The decision in this regard was taken at the cabinet meeting chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The hike will benefit about 48.41 lakh central government employees and 62.03 lakh pensioners.
सरकारी कर्मचारियों को लेकर, क्योंकि 1 जनवरी को हर साल डीएनएस अलाउंस इन्फ्लेशन के साथ लिंक्ड होता है, इंडस्ट्रियल वर्कर्स इन्फ्लेशन के साथ, तो उसका एक अग्रीड फॉर्मूला है जिसके हिसाब से हम लोग करते हैं। तो अभी तक 9% था जो 7th पे कमीशन की सैलरी थी, उसके ऊपर 3% उस फॉर्मूला के हिसाब से और ऐड हो गया और वो 9% से 12% कर दिया गया। ये 1 जनवरी 2019 से तुरंत लागू हो जाएगा।
And Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has said that the government's commitment of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas is only possible with the upliftment of India's tribals. The Vice President was speaking on the occasion of Foundation Day of National Scheduled Tribes Commission. He said that every Indian tribe has a rich and living cultural tradition and it is our constitutional obligation to respect them. He said that tribals can teach a lesson in sustainable development.
हमें यह संतुलन बनाना होगी। जनजातियों के संरक्षण देने का नाम पर हम कहीं उनका विकास की मूल धारा से अलग ही न कर दे, उनकी नव आकांक्षाओं को संरक्षण का संकीर्ण दायरे में ना बांधे दे। कुछ लोग कहते हैं अरे उनको वहीं रहने दे, वही कोई जाना नहीं, उनको यहाँ आने नहीं देना। मतलब क्या है? उनको भी जनजीवन स्रवंती में लाना है, उनको शिक्षा देना है, उनको प्रोत्साहन करना है, उनको लाइवलीहुड अपॉर्चुनिटी सिखाना है, उनको स्किल डेवलपमेंट में परिधि में लाना है। उनमें जो ताकत है, क्षमता है, उसको हम लोग समझ के प्रोत्साहन करने के लिए प्रयास करना चाहिए। आवश्यकता है कि बृहत्तर समाज के परिवेश इन युवाओं की आकांक्षाओं, संस्कार और संस्कृति को सहर्ष स्वीकार करे। इनकी परंपराओं और आकांक्षाओं की अपने स्पर्श विकास नीति में स्थान देते, तभी सबका साथ सबका विकास का संवैधानिक संकल्प पूरा होगा। वी हैव टू स्ट्राइक ए बैलेंस between protecting their cultural heritage and their urge and expectation for development. They should become pilots, they should become scientists, they should become actors, they should become doctors. That should be the aim. We should encourage them. And we cannot isolate them from national mainstream in the name of protection.
And some more news. Home Minister Rajnath Singh on Tuesday launched an all-in-one pan-India emergency number 112, accessible through panic buttons in mobiles. The emergency response support system aims to help those in distress, especially women, so that they can send out distress signals and their location details to the nearest police control room by pressing a button in their phones. ERSS, launched in 16 states and union territories for women's safety. Users can dial 112 or use the 112 India app or use panic buttons on their phones to connect to a single number-based emergency service linked to police, fire services, health services and other helplines. Under this system, all the states have to set up a dedicated emergency response center. The ERSS project was launched by the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Ministry of Women and Child Development.
एक वर्ल्ड क्लास और एक्रीडेटेड सिंगल इमरजेंसी रेस्पॉन्स नंबर है जो अधिकांश देशों द्वारा अपनाई गई है और सभी इमरजेंसी सर्विसेज से यह संबद्ध की गई है। अधिकांश जितने भी ये फोन हैंडसेट हैं 112 संख्या के साथ प्री प्रोग्राम्ड होते हैं क्योंकि यह नंबर फोन के मात्र एक बटन सिंगल की दबाकर यह डायल किया जा सकता है। तो पुलिस कंट्रोल रूम में कॉल या मैसेज लोकेशन के साथ जाएगा और आप मुसीबत में हैं, साथ ही साथ वह मैसेज आपके रजिस्टर्ड रिश्तेदारों एवं आसपास के वॉलंटियर्स को भी जाएगा। अर्थात इमरजेंसी की स्थिति में हिमाचल के किसी भी कोने से एक नंबर डायल करके अथवा इस ऐप का प्रयोग करके आप तत्काल हर प्रकार का असिस्टेंस प्राप्त कर सकते हैं।
The app of 112 should be put compulsorily on every phone like all the others. So is it possible for the Home Ministry to talk to so that every phone issued from now and everybody now can avail of this free?
And the 12th edition of the Aero India show will kick off on February 20th at Air Force Station in Bangalore. Around 20 countries are participating in the show and more than 400 defence companies from India and abroad will display their aircrafts and equipments. India's emphasis this time is on the indigenous light combat aircraft Tejas and Make in India program. The French Rafale aircraft is also a major attraction in the program.
The Yelahanka Air Force Station in Bengaluru is all set to host the Aero India Exhibition 2019 and Air Show from Wednesday. The 5-day exhibition will see international warrior planes and air aerobatic teams in action. The Indian Pavilion will showcase indigenous planes manufactured by domestic companies, products related to aero equipments and aerospace. Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will be the chief guest at the inaugural function.
Every effort will be taken to prevent any future. Every such incident is got to be prevented and there's no doubt about it. But if there's been a change in the strategy or if there's been any lapse, it will not be fair for me to talk about it at this moment.
For the first time, the pavilion will display HAL's supersonic Omni Roll Trainer aircraft Sport. The Sport will have 4++ generation or equivalent capabilities to bridge the gap in pilot training for command frontline fighters. Sport aircraft will be used for fighter training after advanced jet training stage and before induction of pilots into a frontline fighter squadron. HAL's indigenous products, light combat aircraft Tejas, will also fly at the show that begins on the 20th February till the 24th of February. With inputs from Panchanan Mishra, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And on the last leg of three-nation tour, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj arrived in Spain's capital, Madrid. Sushma Swaraj met her Spanish counterpart in Madrid. Both leaders discussed cooperation in trade, defence and counter-terrorism. On behalf of the government, Swaraj also accepted the prestigious Grand Cross of Order of Civil Merit conferred by Spain in recognition of India's support in evacuating 71 Spanish nationals during April 2015 Nepal earthquake. Swaraj, who arrived in Spain on Monday, also interacted with the Indian community in Spain and thanked them for their contribution in diverse fields and promoting India-Spain relations. And after January's super blood moon, Stargazers are enjoying the yet another stunning sight as super snow moon graces the skies. Supermoon is a term used with a full moon that occurs when the moon is at or near its closest approach to Earth. This February, full moon is particularly noteworthy after a black moon in February last year. We leave you with the glimpses of the supermoon. Thank you for watching. Namaste.